What's good, y'all? It's Pod.cannion. I'm back with another reaction video. This is just a Lil Bill video, Lil Bill's barbershop, and this is Dave Chappelle is full of ish. If I know ain't nobody was gonna talk about it, I knew one of the unks was gonna talk about it. Cause like what I've been seeing a lot since Dave Chappelle dropped like another special is him like getting praise for not I guess he was like condemning Israel, which cool, good job. Genocide is bad. Cool. But and this will cause I don't think I made a video discussing this, but I was definitely tapped in to all those comedians going to Saudi Arabia to perform. So disappointed in you, Bill Burr. Not this Bill. So disappointed in you, Bill Burr. You were so quick to talk down on black women when they did something, but the moment that you gripped like that, it's different. So disappointed in you, Bill Burr. Damn. Anyways, we're talking about Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle is just equally as hypocritical, if not worse, man. Because he's always trying to put himself up like, oh, I am a moral authority figure. I do this, that, and the third. So of course I won't be compromised. But the fact of the matter is you are already compromised because you did something like this. Maybe not to the exact country that has a stronghold on our country, but a country that is like honestly equal, if not worse, depending on your like point of view, like how you're viewing it. These are countries with very bad people in power who are doing very bad things to other people. And you performing for these people, it's like the way, like, I would really have to like break down Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. And I feel like that would be a good video to show like the nuance between like what's going on over there and people's fear about Sharia law coming on over here and why that fear is unfounded. I could do a video on that, but before I yap too long and the OBS freezes on me again, let's hear what Bill got to say. You already know how these type of commentary things go. If I got something to add, I'm gonna jump in and talk. But like the video, subscribe if you're new. All we do is chill over here. Talk to me, Unc.
Yo, what it do, how it go? It's the internet's favorite fake uncle coming at you live and direct.
What up, Unc?
From anywhere and everywhere all at once at the same time. Great movie, by the way. I know I messed up the title, but
That was a
whatever.
good movie.
We're going to hop right into this.
I didn't appreciate it.
I wanted to
enough
rap with
when I
y'all
first
real
watched
quick.
it. Talk
You
to
feel me about the, well, I guess I shouldn't call him a boy, huh? Because he about 52 years old, right? Nigga is quite literally old enough to be my father.
Sheesh.
But
Yep.
David Algernon Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
So as the title would indicate, y'all kind of already know what direction this video is finna go. Those of y'all who aren't aware, those of y'all who haven't gotten an opportunity, Dave, not unlike basically every big name, every major, mainstream comedian ever, aside from Josh Johnson for what should be obvious reasons, Roy Wood Jr., Ali Sadiq, you know what I mean? Aside from like a handful of folk like that who say what you will about them, as far
They are
as
big comedians.
your opinions
Pioneers,
on
really.
their approach to comedy. But folk who we know is going to stand on business, you feel me, from a person, or at least I would assume, that based off of moves that I've seen them make, in the past, I assume they're going to stand on business. Again, you feel me? Insofar as who I think is funny, who I think is not funny, we're not getting into all of that. I'm just saying that at least that at least I can respect.
Okay.
Right. I've lost a lot of respect for, several different people. Bill Burr in particular, I've lost a ton of respect
I was talking about it. You talk about it
for
now.
Bill Burr
So
based
much
off of,
respect. I'm
the
so
whole
disappointed.
Saudi Arabia thing, right?
Yep.
Dave, I'm not going to say, because I honestly, and I'm not even
Okay.
going to say that I lost all respect I had left for Dave when the closer dropped, because I didn't. I
That's
I
interesting.
began to lose respect for him.
Just so y'all have a timeline where I started to really exponentially mature at. I kind of fucked with the clothes when it first came out. It took me to educate myself and get nuance to kind of realize just how deeply oh my gosh,
Based off of his response
I know
to the
you're gonna
backlash
yeah, that
to the closer. You feel me? It's one thing.
how he was unable to acknowledge like in hindsight, me looking at the closer, like I see him trying to seem like he's wanting to understand everybody with the same mental framework of not being willing to hear people out. You know, oh, I want to change, but I'm not going to hear anything that you have to say that would make me want to change my position. And it's it's kind of a disingenuous. It's like you're, you're faking it, you know? It's like, oh
It's
God,
one thing to double down on your BS,
right?
but then to bitch about the backlash. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's the
Basically, that has been Dave's entire gimmick since the closer, and it's made me lose respect for him to the point that
yeah.
I kind of wish that bro had never came back from Africa.
Damn.
if you know what I mean,
Damn.
bro's legacy was sealed at that point, right?
No,
And
it was though. I'm not gonna lie. Well, Dave, I'm not gonna lie. If Dave Chappelle's honestly, this is like a double-edged sword because I feel like part of my growth in the way that I see things, I had to go through the Dave Chappelle eye lens just to realize it was wrong. Maybe I would have still been on the same course, but the way that I see it, when I look at other people's perspectives, it helps me understand another how people go about things, how people do things, even if I don't personally agree with it. It helps me the reasoning behind things. Even if I don't agree with it, I can at least understand it. And I feel like when you understand the reason why people do things, the reason why people think this, go about this, it helps an overall understanding go about. So if I was a lot older, maybe yeah, I would much rather prefer just the Chappelle Show, Dave. But me seeing that in between version of him trying to I guess bridge the gap, but not really see the lack of nuance he would bring. Yeah,
had this
I
in
can
the
see.
past is that I really began to. Dave really got on this angry old man yelling
Yeah,
at the big woke cloud, the big cancel cloud hanging over his head.
yeah.
You feel me? People always talk about the closer, but really it was sticks and stones, man. Where I really started when he was bitching about Me Too and what Me Too did to Louis C.K. and we see Louis C.K. came up
He
smelling
came
like
back.
roses after disappearing for about a year or two. So I don't know what all that bitching was about.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this is what I wanted to get at, right? Because Dave has made a habit of this. You know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah, when I remember, Sticks and Stones was not that good of a
not even going to
special.
lie. Part of my I said this before, right? Is that you know, uh, I'm not going to say it was one of the first. Matter of fact, it actually might have been one. It wasn't the first video that I watched, but it was one of the first of FD's thumbnails that I came across, and that was the joint he did on Dave Chappelle. And at that point, I was still, which I mean, is it probably going to be a lifelong problem? Well, maybe not. Well, whatever. My point being that I was very much in that phase of, you know, Dave had a point phase of my own transphobia, right?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that, and this is why I empathize with a lot of people who are in that spot, because in my mind, I'm thinking the half truths that Dave was dropping in that set was more important than any, you know, transphobic BS that he was dropping. Like, I'll acknowledge that. But for the time being, let's talk about the parts that he got right. You know what I mean? That's the part y'all don't want to talk about. Y'all don't want to talk about them parts, when really where my mind should have been was, we need to talk about both parts.
Yeah.
And address, you feel me, them at the same time.
That's kind of where I was at with it, yeah.
Because whatever impacts trans people, it impacts black folks. Yeah. Specifically, black trans folks, black queer folks. You know what I mean? So we got to address all of that at the same time, not one over the other. And so I say all of that to get to this point, is that this has been Dave's gimmick ever since The Closer, is making a habit out of telling half-truths to explain away his own bullshit. You know what I mean? And this instance specific, and then bitch about the backlash from it.
Yep.
Again, it's one thing if you want to, you know, if you're going to chirp out the mouth and then stand on your square, that's one thing. But, you feel me, you can't make that your gimmick and then bitch about.
No, when I'm thinking about this, yes, that was the cycle of that. He would drop a mid, damn, bro, yep, that would be Dave. He would drop a mid thing with some half-truths, but kind of like fucking up, bitch a little bit, disappear a little bit, come back, rinse and repeat the cycle.
The folk who have a problem with it. Like, dog, just...
And the thing is, another reason why I was kind of conflicted is because, like, it's only Dave's old material, which, like, I really feel like are timeless. Like, I feel like when Dave came back from Africa and did the specials, it was just the fact that we were happy to hear new Dave. But it's like, when you, like, there's a genuine drop-off in quality, and I guess, like, yeah, just how funny he was. Like, his dynamic changed. Like, he had more of a, oh yeah, I'm giving you unk talk of a vibe over funniness. Like, people would be more locked in and, like, trying to hear what he was saying. And when you start to listen to more intellectual people, you realize Dave is not like, as much as, like, Dave gave us great comedic material, Dave is not the person that a majority of people should be sitting down and listening to him for an hour plus and taking him seriously. Like, I'm just being honest, bro. And yeah.
Just, you know, for lack of better phrasing, man up. You dig what I'm saying? Grow a pair. You know what I mean? But in this instance particular, in the way that he tries to justify one thing that I think a lot of people get confused about the Saudi Arabia thing, and a lot of, and this is what I mean. This is what I mean about, you know, about telling half truths to explain away his bullshit. Yeah. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It's because a lot of people, you know, they said the same thing, you feel me, about the boxing matches in Saudi Arabia, about, you know, the WWE events in Saudi Arabia, all this stuff that's going on in Saudi Arabia, and they say, oh, well, America commits war crimes too. America this, America that, America that. Here's the key difference between that, is that Dave in every comedian, every entertainment industry You know what I mean? And this is why I ain't really been watching WWE since then like that. And I stopped watching completely when Brock Lesnar came back. That was like the last the straw that broke the camel's back for me was that. The difference is that the US government,
I'm not tapped into WWE, so I didn't even know about that. I would just see clips about, what I'm saying, John Cena's heel turn and the
does not
low-key
pay
that was
entertain. There's a big difference. So this is basically what Dave and Bill and Kev and all of them did. It's the equivalent of accepting an invitation to do a set at Trump's inaugurational ball. That's what that is.
Looking at you, Snoop.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it is the Saudi government that is paying these. So basically, what
they found your price, didn't they, Snoop?
This is because
bro.
The Saudis' biggest competitor is the UAE, is the United Arab is Dubai. That is their biggest competitor. You feel me? And none of y'all niggas would even know about Dubai if Dubai wasn't trying to make itself 10 years ago into the Las Vegas.
Nah, Dubai definitely was. Like, I'm not gonna lie. People be saying, like, we need to go to Dubai. We need to, like, when we need to go to Dubai. Nigga, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I'm going to Dubai just off of the fact that I can't smoke weed there. I'm just being honest to you. Why? Like, obviously, cool sights, you know what I'm saying, amazing resorts and all that. If I'm up, I might go to Dubai for like 2 days. I am not taking an expensive trip to Dubai if I can't smoke my za. That's just that's just my standpoint to it, But yeah, Dubai definitely did like a whole marketing thing, and now like people talk about Dubai like it's one of the places to go
of the Arab world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Oh snap!
Light went out.
Nah, that's how it be when I'm recording the Yap sessions and it gets past the 10-minute mark. My shit.
Guess I gotta put the key in real quick. All right. So anyway, like I was saying, the UAE is their biggest competitor over there, and we're going to get into that in a second and why this latest example of Dave's bullshit really gets under my skin. It really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Talk about so. They're competing head to head with one another, right? Mm-hmm. This is just one big PR.
Yeah.
Every entertainment thing that they're putting out is just PR. It's telling folk, hey, come invest in Saudi Arabia. Come, build your, start your construction projects over here. Look at all of, look at what we're doing. We're on the come up, you feel me, in the Arab world. That's what that's all about, is they want construction companies to come and to build stuff over there. They want private contractors to come in there and to build stuff so that then they can tax those contractors. They can, make contracts or whatever, increase the economy, whatever the case may be. However, whatever. I know some of you, you geopolitics nerds, geopolitics, subredditors are going to be in the comments and will actually me to death. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Point being, they're going to find some way, somehow to make money off of, encouraging people to come to their country and build, encouraging people to come to their country and invest money. And so what they do is they get entertainers to show how good of this is. You see all these entertainers over here, you understand what I'm saying? Come over here and be entertained. Look at...
Yeah, because like you just got to look at like the way that things are getting framed. Obviously, a little bit now that might have been slowed down, but I think when Biden was president, like it was like a push to try to make all cars electric by 2095. Now, what does that do for a place like Saudi Arabia, whose main thing is oil? What happens when a lot of these major corporations no longer need oil as much as they need to? So they're seeing this ahead of time, and it's like, okay, we need to start pivoting now. We need to be a home spot like Dubai. We need to be like, you know what I'm saying? We need to have all these other stuff. So once the oil starts drying up, we have other markets to tap into to get more money. That's why they bought esports for like, what, 55 mil or bill? Some crazy shit. They bought esports. They are, I think, fucking with golfing. Like they're just dipping their hands into the different entertainment industries, seeing what they can replace as their, you know what I'm saying, lucrative thing, so that they can build themselves up to be like a tourist spot like Dubai.
Look at what we doing over here. So Dave and Kev and Bill Burr and all of them,
Our props.
all they are is the poster children for one big PR
Yep.
stunt is what they are. And the thing that pisses me off is that now you got people over here, well, Dave Chris, I could give a dog's dick about what Dave got to say about Israel.
That is the safest thing to bet right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, and it's crazy that, and this is why the bar has been set so low, because it should be, oh, duh, we're going to condemn a country that is continually influencing our country's politics. That's like a duh thing. But obviously, the way that so many of these people in entertainment are bought off, even in our politician, way more people in the political space is bought off by, you know what I'm saying? People feel like they should celebrate these other people who set themselves up in a financial situation to talk this way. But it's also like, did you not go to another country that's doing something similar? It's just not doing it to your country. You know what I'm saying? That's where that double standard comes.
Here's the reason why, and this is why I was coming back to the UAE thing.
Yeah.
The Saudis have a vested interest in the most underpublicized ongoing genocide in the world right now. In Sudan. Well, I may be wrong.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure, but aren't they helping arm one of the sides in that little Sudan civil thing? Kind of sounds like how we're helping arm. Let me stop.
Because the most underpublicized, the most underreported genocide that's going on right now is probably in the DRC. It's probably in the Congo.
Yeah.
Right after that, it's probably Sudan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Congo is bad.
And this is it's from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. You know what I mean? It's free Palestine all day. F Israel. I told y'all that already. But
do you have a car?
Obviously.
And do you have a clean driving record? Did you know you could pay as low as...
For every 5 free Palestine videos you see, and I'm not even going to go off on that rant about people being seen by the right people having the right opinion. My point being, for every 5 stories, for every 5 or 10 tweets you see about Palestine, you might get 1.5 talking about what's going on in Africa. You might get 1.5 talking about...
Yeah, like, it's very sad, but like there is a lot, not even a lot, but is a lot. Just like he said, Congo, Sudan, and the thing with the main difference with these is, like he said, the lack of media coverage. And this is like the sad reality of a lot of people in like the systemic racism, is that they just don't care if it's happening in Africa. We have milked Africa for a lot, and now they're, like I said, a lot of people just focus on themselves. It's not good, but that is the reality of a lot of these people. It's like I've reposted a couple of Sudan stuff. I'm just thinking about like when I repost stuff on Instagram, like when I repost stuff about Palestine and like you know what I'm saying, condemning Israel, that'll get a lot of like likes and repost. But it's like when I do like a breakdown or like you know what I'm saying, re-comments on like someone breaking down the Sudan thing just so people are more educated on the thing, it you know what I'm saying, I'll see that video pop up a whole lot less than, oh, this person liked that republished thing. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on in the Congo? What's going on in Sudan? You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so my point being this is that the Saudis, basically what you have is you have the Saudis, you feel me, the Saudis and the Americans for that matter. The American government also has a vested interest in what's going on over there. So you got the Saudis investing in one side, in the Sudanese armed forces, I believe, and then you have the UAE who's invested on the other side, the radical action forces or the radical armed force, something to that effect. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, you have the government. And then you have the insurgents going back and forth. Both sides are committing genocide, you feel me, are committing, acts of sexual terror, are, recruiting child soldiers. Y'all ever heard of, Janjaweeds? That's what that is. You understand what I'm saying? And the Saudis, you feel me, by investing, by supplying one side with arms, supplying one side with, and I know this because the SAF, you feel me, has blocked humanitarian efforts to its own country. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, they trying to starve the insurgents out. They trying to starve civilians out. You know what I mean? So you got all this collateral damage that's going on over there. You understand what I'm saying? Because niggas is trying to get more power from the other one or whatever. So this whole thing about, Dave criticized Israel is bullshit because he's accepting money from a government that is indirectly aiding in an ongoing genocide. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. In Africa. Black people at that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So Dave Chappelle can eat a dick.
Thank you.
With all of that, actually bullshit. So my point being...
Had to break it down.
Don't fall for the okie doke. You know what I mean? Because this is a pattern of babes now.
It really is starting to look like the pattern.
You get on there and criticize, talk about Bill Maher, whatever. Nigga, y'all is two sides of the same coin, you and Bill. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Both of y'all are rich, out of touch dudes.
Yep.
You feel me? Who try to use... You feel me? Some pseudo. Y'all are both neolibs, basically.
Damn.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Neolibs with not even a veneer at this time.
Fuck.
You feel me?
Damn.
I hate the fact that people wanna applaud him, wanna congratulate him for what he said about Charlie Kirk. What he said about Charlie Kirk is common effing sense, dog.
It's the bare
minimum.
He
don't deserve no applause for that. Not when he's getting money from matter of fact, a state that commits state violence against journalists, state violence against his own.
I wondered if he was going to talk about it. Yeah, I think in 2018, a journalist went to Saudi Arabia. He did not make it back home. He got his head chopped off, I feel like, if I'm correct. And then you know what's even crazier? Allegedly, I guess, but not really. Like, y'all can look this up and it'll be true. The same guy who, funded ISIS and is a part of, another terrorist group, he got pardoned from his national terrorism and got invited to the White House and met with the president. Our good old DT. Yeah. Do with that information what you
people.
will.
Again, this is not the same as doing the show in the States. He's receiving money. You know what it's like? You know what it's like?
Actual money.
It's like money. Him doing a show sponsored by the New York City Police Union. That's what that's like. Dave Chappelle doing a show that's sponsored by the New York City or the LAPD. You feel me? By the crash unit. That's what that is.
Damn.
You feel me? So I don't give two shakes of a dog's flaccid dick what he got to say about Israel or Charlie Kirk or anything else, because all it is he deflecting from his own bullshit.
Yes,
because
indeed.
he in his heart of hearts knows that knows that that's what it is. It's BS.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to do the dirt, at the very least stand on your square and don't bitch about the backlash that you're getting, dog. You made your bed. What Jay said, nigga, you are not deep. You made your bed, now sleep. Sleep in it, Dave.
Come on.
You feel me? That's all I got for y'all.
Come on.
Merry Christmas, partners.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. What he said, y'all. What he said. Damn, we got one more video to do. We're gonna get hijacked by King C in a little bit, but let's see if we can at least get the next video started. If y'all like the video, y'all know what to do. Like the video, helps out the small channels like us, and subscribe if you're new, because all we do is chill over here. With that being said, y'all be great, y'all be safe, keep on getting to that bag, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Peace.